I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on asking parents to buy supplies for the class to share? Leave a comment in the comment section. We have a story about one parent who is refusing to provide supplies for the entire classroom. Check it out.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. It's back to school season, and not all parents are on board with buying their kids school supplies. What?
Again, that's kind of misleading. The parent does want to buy her kids school supplies, but she is rebelling against the notion of buying supplies for the entire class to share.
What? One parent is getting a lot of attention after sharing why she won't be in the back to school aisle at the store. Take a listen.
I buy all these school supplies for my kids. They take some of it to school, and the teachers take all of the supplies and tell the kids don't write their names on it. What? That's supplies that I bought my kids. And no offense, I'm not trying to share with no other kids. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to share, okay? And this was before the economy got bad. I bought it just for my kids, okay?
So I can only imagine what it's like. I mean, I work with high school students. I didn't do elementary, and God bless you teachers out there who work with elementary school students. But this is interesting. Have you ever come across this where you had a parent who's refusing to supply give supplies for the entire class to share? How do you handle that? I would just imagine that you just let the parent do whatever they want, because the majority of parents will provide supplies that the entire class can share.
Another bad experience I had with school supplies. My daughter took the school supplies to school. It wasn't the brand that the teacher wanted, so she still took the school supplies from my child, put it up, and said, no, you're going to use the brand that I bought. Okay, cool. Then you buy school supplies, okay? I won't send nothing. Anything that my kids need to.
Now, we need some more context on that story there. Definitely, it would be nice to hear from the teacher as well. But that doesn't sound right. If that is, in fact, what happened, that's not right.
To succeed, you provide everything, okay? I'm not providing anything but the body. And I'm barely doing that. You better be glad I'm doing that.
Parent Dale Lynn Settle is here, and educator Arnetta Murray. Dale Lynn, your thoughts about that parent? And
I was almost with her in certain since she's not wrapped too tight. So I've been in education since 2011, so I have a double side, right? As a mom of 5 and working in operations management and education. And one of the things that I don't understand, what parents don't seem to understand, is do you expect the teachers to provide these supplies? Like, do you go to work and expect to provide the tools that you need? Do you bring the stapler? Do you bring all of the things that you have in your job? So why would teachers have to provide that for the students? I do understand to a certain degree what mom is saying about the supplies and needing a certain brand, but Rose Art crayons don't hit like Crayola. And so if we're doing a project and we're trying to color and we need it to all look the same, it's not going to hit the same. So I do understand.
So that part is interesting, because we working in high school students, we don't do crayons. We don't do crayons. We don't do glue. We don't do paste. What happened to paste? Paste, it seems like paste disappeared, but we don't do those things. So that's an interesting point, that the brand does make a difference. Now that's going to be a little bit more expensive, and so some parents aren't going to like that. That's just a fact of life.
Understand, or not being funny, but dollar store scissors may not cut like a certain pair of the right-handed or left-handed scissors that they're requiring. So I do understand that, but at some point we as parents have to be responsible and say, hey, we are responsible for our children and what the school needs and what they do with these supplies when we take them to the school. We are no longer in control of that. So if they do use them for the general classroom, and they have to understand they're not using the supplies that you brought for your baby, for little baby. They're not using that for everybody. What they're doing is that they're storing storing them
Absolutely.
and only pulling them out as needed. And so just like they used to do with the box of tissues, we all brought a box of tissue. They're not putting 24 boxes of tissues out at one time. They putting out one box at a time, and then when we need more, we recycle it. So I feel like they don't really understand what's going on in the classrooms to be able to make these assumptions. But yes, it's not wrapped too tight. Yeah.
She's right. I can't even debate it. It's not even debatable.
All
She's
right,
right.
Annetta, you're a teacher on the front lines. Your thoughts?
No, I agree. And I think what maybe the teachers that she had was a little bit strict. But most teachers are not like that. We think for the first, can you meet us halfway? The first day, get the supplies, parents. Because throughout the year, we're going to be supplying for those students. I know, I've done it and still do it. So.
And that's a sad reality, but teachers understand going into each and every year, eventually, ultimately, they will have to come out of their pocket for different things, and it shouldn't be that way, but that's the way that it is. And I appreciate the point that the parent made in that, hey, do we expect the teachers to come out of their pocket and buy these supplies? So that's a really good point.
That being said, I think she was just, to me, looking for a loophole. I was almost with her showing some stuff, but she kind of got a little off track and got a little ratchet, like Ashley said. And so, but no, we have to be careful. Number one, she needs to understand, money is not coming our way. Public funds. Our money is different now. We are not getting funds like we're getting. We're not getting paid like we should. So we're trying to make the best of a situation. So most of the time we do. The teachers are going beyond the call of duty. We're just saying that first week of school, can you give us some supplies?
Right.
And if you give it to us, just give it to us. We're going to do what's right. But, she just...
I think the teacher actually probably had some bad apples. And we all know bad apples spoil the whole bunch. And so I think that the teachers are becoming more stern because they have had parents that have stood up and said, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. So they've had to set these standards and these rules. And so, like I said, I do understand Mom to a certain degree. I think she might have had some tough teachers, like I said, that might not have been as understanding as they should have been. But it's getting tough out there for everybody. It's tough for the parents. It's tough for the teachers. But again, as she said, they are not getting paid what they should be getting paid to be providing for. I mean, I have 5 that I provide for. I can't imagine doing it for 24 kids in a classroom, making sure they have everything they need, plus.
So we'll stop right there. Yes, it is unfortunate that, again, for our society, we will overspend when it comes to entertainment, different things like that, leisure. We will overspend, but when it comes to education, here comes the penny pinching. Here comes the nickel and diamond. We don't have it. We're a little short. Can you make a way? And make a way ultimately means that the teachers have to dig into their own pocket. But I want to hear from you. Elementary teachers, have you had parents complain to you and just straight up refuse to buy from the supply list and add to the stock of supplies to be shared with the class? I want to hear from you. Leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next update.